I have some issues with VR. It's isolating and I think of games as a communal kind of together experience. We are responding to what our customers are asking for and nobody is asking for VR. Well, nobody can be right all the time. So Zenith launched. It was a disaster, a real clusterfuck, and I love it. Servers were immediately full, Ramen tried to add new shards causing the data center to collapse. When they finally managed to get everything back online, the influx of players was so high that everything broke down again. This went on for the better part of 15 hours before everything began to stabilize a bit. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, Zenith is a VR MMO RPG that had garnered quite a bit of hype before release, but nobody predicted how big the hype for the game really was. So that is bad, right? Players couldn't play the game they were excited about and paid money for. Sure, yeah, that's bad, but it is also glorious. This sends a message that the bigger studios and publishers will hear loud and clear. There's a huge market for VR games, there's a huge audience, an audience starved for content, for good games. It does not matter if Zenith is good or bad. It does not matter if it will continue to be successful or if it will die after a few months. What matters is that it managed to create a real hype that echoes far and wide. AAA studios do not innovate gaming. They never do. Because innovation is risky and risky is not what shareholders want. But AAA studios polish. They take promising ideas and make them easily consumable for a larger audience. A good example is Blizzard's recent announcement of a survival game. A genre that is highly popular but was completely dominated by smaller indie developers for the last decade really. Only now it feels safe enough for them to invest into that. And as Blizzard always does, they will not innovate, but they will polish. They will remove all the jank and make the genre appealing to an even larger audience. VR gaming is in a similar space. It is completely dominated by small indie developers. I mean, Zenith is a crowdfunded Kickstarter MMO for fuck's sake. And that is a good thing, because indie devs are not afraid to innovate. So far, bigger studios have for the most part created cheap and rushed VR ports of their games, so that they can sell Skyrim one more time. Valve is the exception and gave us all a taste of what is possible, of what VR gaming could be when bigger budget players enter the fray. VR is the future of gaming. There are two kinds of people in the world, those that know this to be true and those that haven't played a VR game yet. But at some point more AAA developers will need to come in and carry VR out of this. There's no good games except Half-Life Alyx space that we are in right now. Which is obviously not true but also not completely unjustified. Zenith's massive success is a big step into this direction. And the success is massive. Zenith already has a higher peak player count on Steam than Beat Saber, and Beat Saber is huge. The majority of players are obviously on the Quest and we don't know the numbers there, but that is the case for both games. VR has a bright future and it gets more apparent every day. First there was the Quest Christmas, the PSVR 2 announcement, and now the Zenith launch. We are here to stay. We are the future of gaming. Thanks for watching.